Hello, my name is Larry Van Leeshout. I'm with the Minnesota Department of Agriculture, and will describe the DriftWatch and CropCheck programs that allow crop growers in Minnesota to mark their field sites on an online map so that pesticide applicators are aware of their location and can make spray drift control decisions. Pesticide drift is a concern due to the off-site damage it can cause. Herbicide drift can result in damage to crops and landscape plants. Dicamba and 2,4-D have received a great deal of attention since they are active at very low rates. However, drift of a number of other herbicides can also cause plant injury. Also, drift of insecticides to beehives and flowering plants attractive to foraging bees can cause bee deaths and reduced vigor. In 2021, MDA conducted approximately 170 herbicide drift complaint investigations. 120 of these were for dicamba. There are also 3 bee kill investigations. So drift is a real concern. Keep in mind that not all drift incidents are reported and investigated. To help reduce the risk of pesticide drift damage to sensitive crops, FieldWatch programs use a map to show the locations of pesticide-sensitive sites in an area. Locations are marked by pins on a map. It is Google Map based. Users can maneuver around the map by dragging and zooming, or address or latitude and longitude can be added into a search box. Zoom into an area to see the field borders. Abbreviations in the pin indicate the crop present. In this case, N indicates a non-specialty organic crop. Here's a close-up of the map. Select the pin to obtain contact information for that producer. This is especially useful to inform beekeepers of planned insecticide applications so they can move, cover, or screen their hives. For background information, FieldWatch is a nonprofit company that developed 3 mapping programs to help producers and applicators communicate the locations of their sites more easily to help reduce pesticide drift damage. DriftWatch is for specialty crops such as fruits, vegetables, and organic crops. BeeCheck is for beekeepers, and FieldCheck is for applicators to access this information. In addition to specialty crops, there's also concern about crop damage due to herbicide drift between field crops. Growing crops such as corn and soybeans in adjacent fields can result in injury due to herbicide drift. This is a common situation in Minnesota to have these crops grown in close proximity to each other. Not too many years ago, herbicide drift concerns could be predicted based on the crop and available herbicides. However, development of herbicide-tolerant crops makes estimating herbicide tolerance more difficult. Some field crop growers have expressed interest in mapping the herbicide tolerance of their crops, especially growers of conventional crops. Now it is difficult for applicators to estimate the crop herbicide sensitivity. This year, Minnesota is adding the CropCheck program to allow field crop growers to mark the herbicide tolerances of their field crops on the FieldWatch Map. All programs use the same map, but differ to simplify information input. The FieldWatch programs work together to provide producers and pesticide applicators an easy way to share crop information. Producers use CropCheck, DriftWatch, and BeeCheck to mark their locations on the FieldWatch Map. Applicators then use FieldCheck to view this information before making an application. So how do we get started? From fieldwatch.com, all the various programs can be accessed. Select CropCheck for row crop producers, or select DriftWatch for specialty crop. Both programs now contain the same menus and will be combined. The CropCheck name may be phased out in the near future. On the next screen, current users can log into their account. New users can create an account. This involves creating a username and password and entering contact information. This is the contact information that is displayed when a user selects a pin on the map. If privacy is concerned, users can choose who to display their contact information to. Options include anyone viewing the public map, registered FieldWatch producers and applicators only, or just registered applicators. Regardless of the option chosen, the pin will still be displayed on the map. Only display of contact information is affected. Keep in mind that not all applicators that check the map are registered users and may miss some sites. After creating an account, you will be taken back to the map. Your previously registered fields are listed in the left margin. Now find the next field to map. You can search by address, latitude and longitude, or by dragging and zooming. When you have your field in view, select Submit New Site button. Next, you will be asked to enter information about the crop site. Field crop options are corn, cotton, rice, and soybeans. If there's enough interest, other crops may be added later. In addition, specialty crops are available from the DriftWatch menu. For corn and soybeans, select the herbicide tolerances for your crop. These are the options for corn. It includes glyphosate, glufosinate, 2,4-D, and others. There's also an option for conventional or non-herbicide tolerant hybrids. Choose all that apply to your crop. Here are the herbicide tolerances for soybeans. Choose all that apply to your variety. Again, there's an option for conventional or non-herbicide traded varieties. Herbicide tolerances in CropCheck are listed by active ingredient rather than by trait package. If you want more information about herbicide tolerant crops in Minnesota, the University of Minnesota Extension has a thorough review on their website. Here is a table of the herbicide tolerances provided by various traits in corn. There's a similar table for soybean traits. Continuing with crop information input, indicate the type of production. Organically grown indicates that synthetic pesticides were not used, but the field is not certified organic. If certified organic, provide a certifying agency and certificate number. The third option is conventionally grown. You can specify the dates to display and remove your sites from the map. This is especially useful for beekeepers who move their hives during the year. The default is to display the site as soon as approved. Sites expire at the end of the year and need to be renewed annually. At this time, crop and herbicide tolerance information can be updated. Reminder notices will be sent from FieldWatch. Additional notes for yourself and others using the site can be added. For example, a field nickname. Also, additional comments can be added to explain unique circumstances. In general, the program information is adequate. An example that comes to mind was registration of a certified organic wooded pasture. This is a specialty crop because it is certified organic, but would not be obvious if driving by or flying over the field. Now locate your field on the map. When ready, select Draw Site on the Map. After locating your site on the map, select Begin Tracing. Use your mouse or mouse pad to select points around the perimeter of the field. Use up to 40 points to mark the field boundaries. If possible, exclude non-crop areas such as forests, wetlands, roads, buildings, lawns, gardens, rivers, etc. Borders can be moved by grasping the various points on the perimeter to adjust them. When satisfied with the map, select Submit Site. Submissions will be reviewed by the data steward for accuracy, mostly to make sure that only cropland is mapped. When approved, the field will appear on the FieldWatch Map. Now, prior to spraying, applicators can select the pin of adjacent fields to view the information about that area. This information includes the grower's name and contact information, the designated crop, and its pesticide tolerance if that applies. Applicators still need to maintain required buffers and avoid drift. This is just a tool. Accuracy of the listed crop tolerance is not guaranteed. If a producer changes varieties in the field, it may not be updated on the map. It is still important to visually assess other sensitive sites in the area. Some pesticide labels require applicators to check sensitive site registries such as FieldWatch prior to making an application, as well as making a visual survey. Here's a section from the XtendiMax label. Check the map at the time of application. Growers have gotten very good about marking their fields early. This is an old map to show that fields and especially beehives can be added during the season. There are just a few restrictions on FieldWatch submissions. It is for commercial producers with at least half an acre. It is not for home gardens. However, any size apiary can map their hives. If additional assistance is needed with CropCheck or DriftWatch, start at the FieldWatch.com webpage and select Resources in the left margin. On the next page, there are links to YouTube videos. There are also detailed instruction guides available for producers and applicators. At this time, instructions for DriftWatch and CropCheck are very similar, except herbicide tolerances. Scroll further down the Resources menu to find links to free apps. This includes the FieldCheck app, which allows registry information to be accessed from your phone. There are also instruction videos available on the MDA website. If you farm or apply pesticides in neighboring states, FieldWatch and CropCheck are available in many of them. North Dakota uses its own system, the North Dakota Bee Map. If you apply pesticides there, also become familiar with this site as well. All FieldWatch services are voluntary, free, and non-regulatory. Contact me if you have questions or need additional assistance. Also contact me if you do not have computer access, and we will complete the process over the phone or through the mail. Thank you for your time.